Just having a look at a chart for POZ, Phosphate Australia. Basically, what we've got here is it's probably the float here. This is just going back to 2008, so it's only been around for about 3 years. Jumped right up to 87 odd cents. So what I've done, and since then it's progressively come down to 10 cents and bounced off the 10 cents quite regularly. So one would be thinking that 10 cents was the bottom. Okay, for sure. So what I've done is I've put in a set of quadrant lines and a set of fib lines from the high to the low. Okay. It was just a little bit below 10 cents anyway, but not 20. From the high to the low. Quadrants give us quarters and fibs give us eighths. So that's why we get these other couple of fibs just in between the quadrants, which are levels of support and resistance. Okay. The interesting bit about this stock here is it's quite similar on the fib setup to UNX. Is chart when we first looked at UNX around the 20 odd cents mark, and what it did is it had a smaller range like this, okay, that we thought that it would complete, okay, on the UNX chart, and it completed that range and kept on going through it up to this fib level, which is the Alamo, which is the last fib. If you've been following my videos, we call it the Alamo, the last man standing, Davy Crockett and all that sort of stuff. Basically what UNX did is it went straight up to this and it went through it and it went up to the next fib level, then it came back down and bounced off that for support and is now back on its way up again. Okay, I'd expect this stock to do something similar. It's had a big takeoff here on Friday. It's up 66% or something on Friday. So when we get big moves like that, what we'd expect that it's definitely completed this range. Okay, what we'd expect it to go to the next level and to this old level here, which is 18 cents. That now would be its support. Okay. So if you're looking at getting in, if you want to put a cheeky buy in at 18, you might get hit, but you know, that would be basically its support. It's closed at 19.5. So I wouldn't be surprised Monday if it gaps up and goes for a run up. What we have to look at here is we've got higher gaps. So that's a significant gap at 58 cents. And there's another one in here at 49 cents as well. Hang on. 49, yeah, 39 odd cents. Anyway, we'll sort that out later. This is a range it's done in the past from when it got oversold. It did this range run up, and we can have a look here to see if it's going to help us anything, and it does because it's completed the range again, so it repeats that range. Same thing with UNX, we found repeating ranges is what stocks can do. Now let's have a look and just see where that range is going to take us. And what do you know, it's right up around this fib level. So it's 30 cents is the repeat of the range is 30 cents. Okay, and it's at 19 now. Okay, and I'm just going to zoom in a little bit. This is just a line I put down along the highs. Okay, and we can see that it's pretty much textbook stuff, and it's broken through that there at the 12.5 cents. Okay, it's gone straight through the 200 period moving average as well, which is a great sign because it's been through that. It didn't even come back and test it for support. Okay, and I'd be thinking that this level here now would be support. Okay, as we can see, all the MAs here are moving up. Okay, and they're all really tight in here. Okay, so if this stock continues upward, come Monday, Tuesday, or even if it sits around this level, these MAs will come up, okay, and they will cross through the 200 period there. And what that is it's a golden cross, okay? You've probably heard me talk about them before, but they're a great thing when the MAs cross as a golden cross. It really gives the stock a big boost. And to me, I'm looking at this here now and thinking that risk was very low, okay? On our entry here, our risk versus our reward is very low. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a reverse fib as we do to get our 161 target, okay, and our 261 target and our 461 target, okay. Now 161 target is at 23 and it just 23 and a bit, so it doesn't mean it's going to stop there, okay. It can just go straight through it, okay. So, but it's a target area, okay. The next one level to look at is we're going to look at the 28 cents, which is the old fib, okay. It should gravitate to that. It should want to go there, okay. The next level up from that is our 261 at 32, so right close to our range, as well as it's a fib target, okay, and it's just through the quadrant line. The next level up is 39, okay, where we were talking about a gap before, and the next 461 is 46 cents, okay, and that will bring it pretty close to the midline for the quadrant lines and also the 50% fib, okay, and don't forget we've still got that gap at 59 cents for it to fill, so it'll probably do that if it got up that high. Now it may get back up there, it may take a few weeks to do it, but from 19 odd cents risk reward is pretty good, even to the next level up, which is to 23, 28s and 30 for our range. Our range is 30, so I'd be pretty much thinking 30 would be the go, is what would be achievable. So risk reward from 19 cents to 30 cents is pretty good. And because it's a phosphate stock and phosphate prices are going up, again, it would be looking pretty good, I'd say. These guys have got cash in the bank and everything like that. So yeah, I tend to be thinking that this stock is looking very good. Risk reward is still a good play here. We're just going to have a look at the indicators. The indicators are going to be a bit useless when they do a big run like this, but we'll just see if they've got more to go. Well, they're all pointing up. We've had massive volume here. That's our average volume, okay? And we've had massive volume, okay? So that's always a really good sign, okay? Our top and our DEMA is up around 75 on stocks like this when they run, okay? And don't forget, this stock, I think, is, you know, well, from 79 cents down to 10 odd cents is very oversold. So it's got a long way to make up, a lot of ground to make up, and it looks like it wants to do it very quickly as well, okay? We've definitely had buy signals in here, okay? And now our DEMA is on the way up. When they run like this, I've seen DEMAs run to 90, okay? And it could do 90 quite easily. Let's just put a line on the chart and see what we can sort of think wise. Yeah, we'll see. It could go right through the 75 quite easily and head up to much higher, is what I tend to be looking at there. Our SCOF is on our way up, and our MACD also is on our way up and has more to go as well. So I'll just be bearing that in mind, looking at this stock, okay? And the MAs are the important driver here. They're going to push up, you know, and even if the stock just sits around 18, 19, 20 cents for a few days, don't worry, 2 or 3 days time, they will push on up and it will bolt, it will go, is what I tend to be thinking. I'm just going to rescale the y-axis and have a quick look at the weekly chart as well. Okay, here's our weekly chart. Here's all our levels, our weekly chart. There's our range, okay, that it's done in the past. And when it repeated those ranges before, it took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks. 7 weeks. Okay, that's 7 weeks from 19 to 30 cents is pretty good money. Is what I'd tend to be thinking there. Also, we notice here on our weekly, our MAs are about to cross up and go up again, okay, and take off again. So, yeah, that's really interesting. And as we can see on the candles here, we had a little inverted setup with these 1, 2, 3 candles, and then big bang up, okay. Yeah, so just have a quick look at the weekly indicators as well. Yeah, all up. And look at this DEMA, DEMA's here is just coming up to 54, which I consider a buy. Okay, so this should come up on my scan that I scan with the DEMA. I scan the market with the DEMA. It will come up for sure on that scan. Okay, so that's what I'd be thinking. Okay, big volumes again. Okay, and that's weekly volumes. Okay, so yeah, things are looking really good for this one. I think she'll definitely get a rocket under it.